Raven, I really hope that you voted on the poll, so that way you could like totally not be surprised at the results and still say, "Oh, so you're playing this again?" Hello, how's it going? Happy 4th of July live streams with me and Aaron and Victor.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I saw the pictures you sent, Aaron. A literal dinosaur.
Yes.
Did you pet the dinosaur?
Of course not.
Aw. Did you poke its tail feather?
No, I can't. I can't get that close to it. They don't like humans.
You didn't see the poll. We just posted it like everywhere. Anyway, so welcome to the 4th of July live stream. We're gonna play. I feel we should play through Spyro 3 so we can at least get to Fireworks Factory. So, what's everyone's thoughts on that?
Sure.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Makes it more convenient.
Let's do it. Damn it, at some point I'm gonna play Fury on this channel. I freaking put it like on every poll that I don't know. Whenever I don't know what I want to play, but I want to play something on stream, I leave it up to a poll and I'm like, hey guys, what should we do? And then I always put Fury on there and no one fucking picks it. Or some people pick it, but it's always like the lowest fucking
I think it's because
voted game.
I think it's because people want to spare your sanity playing it.
Oh no, I played it earlier and I beat the third boss.
I know. I'm just
without even trying. I was trying to show it to Mom, and then she literally left as I was playing, and then I just beat it with like not too much effort. I died like maybe twice.
Chicky boy. Hello.
Chicky boy, Polo, Johnny. Well, actually, it's not Fury with a Y. It's Fury with an I. It's a like twin stick bullet hell boss rush kind of game. It's actually it's really fun. It's really freaking hard.
Yeah, it's like one of those boss rush games where it's kind of like Cuphead, where it's like it's just boss after boss after boss.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure that you just make it through all the way to the end.
And here we have a screaming hunter.
Stop her!
Wow, I just realized I'm looking at Hunter. He put more effort into trying to lunge after Bianca than he did trying to stop Ripto. He full on like hopped on all fours after her and he fell on his face.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
The way you described that game, for some reason, made me think of Drake of the 99 Dragons.
Fury has a synthwave soundtrack, and it's in 3 languages: French, English, and Japanese. The French voices are the best in my opinion. Because it's
really?
native.
French is better than Japanese?
Because it's natively in French. So like all the voice actors for the French version are like the definitive voices. And the English ones are like okay, but there's like nowhere as big of an impact in the way they talk in English than they do in French. I don't remember the Japanese voices, so that's actually...
And the cool thing...
like if we were to stream it and you were on, I would put it on Japanese so we can hear it.
And the cool thing is that the bar on the controller changes color depending on who talks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
What's up, Ghost Axe? Ghost Axe.
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance.
Spyro goes, okay, I'll do it. Bring the eggs. I mean, alright. If you want me to do that.
That's what you want.
Hey, Trish Shepherd's in here. How's it going? Okay, so even though it looks like I'm going for everything, I'll get what I can, but if we have to backtrack or whatever, I'm probably not gonna do that. I'm just gonna... We have a set goal in mind. We're just gonna play till we get to Fireworks Factory. And we'll do Fireworks Factory and we'll see how long it takes us.
Trey goes, after Crash, I'm excited. I'll be looking forward to seeing some kind of announcement for a brand new Spyro game, Spyro 4 next year, 2021. And then Matt goes,
Aaron, are you reading chat?
breathing in their mic. Shit's annoying
No.
now.
Oh, I was say you should just breathe more into the mic, just to spite Matt.
Just breathe into the microphone.
Well, remember, she's wearing a headset.
Look here, dragon. If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back into that hole you came through.
Crawl back into that hole you came from. What if Bianca said, crawl back into my hole? What would you do, Aaron?
I would be like, why did they put that in the game? That's a mistake.
That's the funny number. Where is it? No. There it is. Funny number. We're all very tired today.
Ooh, Raven's playing Hat in Time.
That's good.
I want to
Keep doing it.
I want to know the date for.
Yakuza Metro.
Yeah, I really want to play that. And the other DLC.
Seal the deal.
Yeah.
Seal the deal. I have to remember that I can hover. Just what Hunter is teaching me. If I do it really... I have to do it. If you can actually get it without hovering. It's hard, but you can do that third jump. Or second jump.
The hell, he just teleported.
No, he jumped.
Oh, I thought he teleported. I was like, dude.
I like the part where
Coltrane.
I like the part where he
I forgot that was a dragon name.
I like the part in Into the Dragonfly when he just goes
He just goes over the hill.
yeah.
Oh my god.
He just up and away right out of there.
He just hangs out in the out of bounds.
Yeah. That's what he does.
Oh my god.
How are you guys doing? Who else is popping off fireworks? If you're US or other.
Who's popping fireworks at 10 in the morning?
Fire twerks. Yeah, at 10 in the morning. Are you currently in Xenoverse, Aaron, or was it just showing me the last game you were playing?
It's just showing you the last game.
Oh, okay. What you seeing right now? You tuning into the strum?
No.
Cool.
I'm trying to figure out a way to where I don't have to wear my headphones. And I can also hear you, but not hear anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to do that.
Did the coals settle already, Grandma? I'll start putting the burgers on. Yeah, we're barbecuing. We're testing out our new barbecuer, our new grill.
Yeah, that looks weird.
It's a little tiny grill. It's not like a big fancy one.
It's not big, but it looks fancy.
They're all white. Did you like put your hand over? Is it hot? Okay, then I'll start. I'll go put some stuff on. Well, is the meat ready? Okay.
Jerry goes, if Crash Bandicoot 4 is being developed by Toys for Bob in this year, I bet it's probably be a brand new game that will probably be developed by Vicarious Visions in next year, don't you think?
I don't know about VV. I'm gonna say possibly Beanox.
Kinda cool.
That'd be cool, or even anyone else under Activision. But mainly, looks like these three are gonna be the ones doing Crash and Spyro stuff for a while. Yeah, VV's working on Tony Hawk, even though it's coming out in like what, 2 more months. Because we don't know exactly how fast they jump onto other projects. Like they finished Spyro, and it came out in 2018, and like since around that time, they were like, okay, I guess we're also going to be handling a Crash project after this. Because I forget, when did we when did that image of the leaked, not leaked, but the concept art for Crash from Toys for Bob? When was that? Because I don't remember.
That was like a long time ago.
I know it was, but that's what I'm trying to see, like when.
I don't know.
What? No. Well, we're gonna do hot dogs too, aren't we? We're gonna do hot dogs too, aren't we? We're gonna put a couple on the one side and then at least 4 or maybe 5 on the other. Let me see. I don't know where I'm missing any more jimmies. Oh, maybe this one right here. Let's see. I'll just jump it into Sunset Boulevard, Sunset Vista, Sunny Villa. I'm tired. I'm doing Tony Hawk's and rumored to do Diablo 2. It's about time.
That's about time. I think they're distancing themselves from the series at the moment.
What is happening?
I was finishing off.
Why I didn't hear you though.
I think they're distancing themselves from the series at the moment.
I don't know. I always think these two are gonna hit themselves.
Well, it goes, if and whenever there is a new Spyro.
I was reading that
do
one.
you think they are still should be changed from Reignited?
Probably. I would hope so, just because of the fact that Crash 4 looks so different from Reignited, from Insane. Because it's like an entirely new thing. Like, I'm glad that they don't feel the need to stay tethered to Insane's look and feel. Here.
Here, I'll fill a little bit. Oh god, it feels so weird to play this again. If there is any kind of new Spyro game coming out, it'll happen when it happens, I believe. Just whenever it's announced. Oh god.
Hot dog.
Hi, Spyro.
Yar?
Means your progress has been saved. If you get into
Okay.
trouble,
I was gonna say, I was like, is there chicken on there? Oh shit. Boy.
Okay, that's better.
What happened?
No, I don't have to have my headphones on.
Oh.
Thanks for the help.
What do you mean by that, John? Yeah, very big upcoming game is based on multiverse. I miss a tree somewhere. Yeah, right. I mean, you know.
Hey, Spyro.
Is there anything to do? Oh, Jesus. I should fail so I can just do it. So I'm not distracted by that. What? Oh, I was like, what the hell? It's like, what are you talking about? Here.
Oh, what's going on?
Nothing much.
Well, I mean, what's going on in the chat? I haven't heard you read chat like at all.
Yeah, no, I've been reading the chat.
Your voice
I
was
should
so
do it
damn. No, read it out loud.
Well, whatever, man. I already read the stuff that's on there.
Oi, oi. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening in the chat. What's saying? Who's saying what?
Well, let me read so I can tell.
Read it out loud. I need to hear it.
Fucking hold on. Go for a crash. Wait, go for crash. Any game you forget that has it. Spyro multiverse bridges up plan for multiverse games. What are you talking about, Johnny? About your earlier comment? About saying how games.
Did you get all the lizards?
I didn't start the mission yet. I wanted to get the gems so that
Oh.
it wasn't a distraction. Yeah, I hope you're having a happy 4th of July, Cheeky Boy. I think Johnny's comment, it was about how, because earlier he was like, games that, I guess he was saying games that were based around a multiverse thing are like special or something like that.
Well, they're complicated, if that's what you mean. Also...
Mm.
Oh, come on. Jesus. Like, they coded this all weird. Like, there's no way to, like... knock yourself off the thing.
Are you ready for it? I bet
Yes, do it. Do it, kill it, kill them.
Kill these innocent animals.
Yeah, that's what I do. Oh, God. That is Spyro's specialty. Look at this unsuspecting lizard that I almost just literally landed on top of.
Dude, kill him, torch him.
Torch it, do it, kill it, do it. Hit
Oh,
him,
God.
hit him. What?
Fly flying around.
I see it. It's very fast. Okay. Did I get this guy? I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. Never mind. If the multiverse idea was going to be any... Well, I still don't really understand. Why would it be special? It's just a type of game. Lots. It's just like a... I don't know what you would call it. It's a kind of storytelling. I don't know. It's a plot device, I guess. Because many, like, superhero stuffs and other things have done the multiverse thing. DC and Marvel, comic book stuff in general, like, they do multiverse stuff all the time.
Like, how much can they milk the same idea?
It's not the same idea. There's times where they have to reboot it, and like all the comic book characters And superhero characters have been rebooted like so many times.
Agent Otzel, what's up, guys? Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, get him.
They went separate ways. There was no way I could get both of them. Oh, there we go.
Probably could have just ran right into him.
Probably. They tend to want to. Oh, I have to talk to them again. Dang it. They tend to juke you.
All right.
Yes. Just let me do it, Hunter.
Whoa.
How goes your setup, Aaron?
I sort of found a way to do it.
Do you yell really loud?
No.
I want to hear that echo, though.
No, no, because it's gonna echo throughout her house. Which also means limit your cussing, Victor.
What?
Which means limit your cussing.
Okay, well, I'll try.
No, don't try. You have to do it.
They're upstairs. It doesn't matter.
I love how so hesitant you are.
Well, no, because
No, I understand. I'm just saying. I love hearing that in your voice. I love hearing that nervousness in your voice. What the? Ooh.
we're just gonna, it's fine. I didn't bail.
Oh
I didn't
my
have
god!
I'm so like desensitized to glitches that didn't even surprise me.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened, but I'm glad I'm just glad I didn't bail.
Yeah, you're about to.
Oh no. I ain't gonna bail. See, I bounce off it. They coded it so weird to where it's way harder for you to run into the wall to knock yourself off the board.
Yeah, it is pretty weird. Not unless
Where
you
is the last
turn
guy?
Unless you turn like a corner and just ram into a wall. Also, he's up top.
I know.
I saw his shadow.
I know. Me too. Now,
You
see
can
this
fall
one?
off the board easily when you don't want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Here we go.
It's the upside down. It's the backwards.
Do you want to close the door a bit?
Not really, because we have to be going in and out, so I can do the foods.
Because I don't want there to be like noise.
It doesn't really matter. I can hear it. It's because people are stupid, that's why. So I'm gonna be an old fart again. What the hell does poggers mean?
Yeah, I don't know what that means
I keep
either.
seeing these stupid modern memes and I have no clue what they mean. I don't even care anymore. Stan and freaking
Oh my god.
Boomer and Pogger. Like, what? You guys are weird.
I don't understand Boomer at all. That one's the weird one to me.
I swear to God. Well, I understand it, but like, stop before the dictionary starts putting those words in. What was the word they put in?
Too late now.
What was the word they put in? That was some modern. Was it selfie or was it something else?
YOLO.
It was frickin' YOLO.
I
They
believe
put they put YOLO in the dictionary.
I
in like
guess so.
Like on some.
That's stupid.
It is.
I hope you appreciate this favor.
Pog, I think is shorthand for play a game. Pog champ. Still understand it. Yeah, simp was another one.
Oh my god, that was like the stupidest fucking.
Boom.
one. Simp is stupid sometimes. Sometimes or at least most of the time it's stupid. There are a few times where it's pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know? Then all of a sudden you left. Poof.
Yeah, but I have no idea what poggers means.
You know? They say it was over
I mean,
1,000 years
they
ago.
even try to explain it right now, and I'm still like, I don't.
Yeah.
Whatever,
And
man.
the weird thing is, after they left,
What do they say?
magic in the world just
Uh,
went with them. I mean, they say this
Let me
world
go
has
back in
magic
the.
coming out of the wazoo.
Otto says poggers means pog champ, and then Polo chimed in and said that pog means, where is it? Shorthand for play of game.
Yeah, they're starting to fade out too.
Basically, okay, you know what? If it's supposed to be, is it like an Overwatch term?
I don't.
play
I
of
still
the
don't get
game?
it.
I don't know if they mean like
Let me see if I can find an image because it's usually used with especially with this person's face. And here, let me see if I can find it. I don't think I actually
Play of game?
Well, I'm aware of play of the game, which is a term from Overwatch, and it's like when they highlight, I guess, like
It's like the biggest highlight of the match.
yeah,
overall.
from like a singular player.
Mhm.
When they do something really like I don't know, extraordinary in the match or whatever.
If you've been on my Twitter, you
Victor
see that I've
gets
got
a
play of
couple.
games, so you would know about that.
You're just turning into one of them. You're gonna become a pogger.
It was funny.
Victor's a
Dude,
pogger,
shut
if I'm using the term right.
Sometimes, yeah, so that's like that. But there are other times where it's like when I do something like that, it's usually not even that something like super special, but apparently it was special enough to be a player of the game. So it's like, okay, I guess. Nathaniel, what's
What's up? How's it going? Boingy. Ruby. So it's been confirmed that Rooster Teeth is writing up to Volume 9 for Ruby. Volume 9 confirmed. We're getting Volume 8, I think, this year, if there haven't been too many delays. Because I don't know how Rooster Teeth's doing their stuff right now.
If you've seen this face before, this is what Pog is usually associated with.
Okay.
It's
Why?
I think it's more or less. The way I see it, how it's interpreted, is more or less like when you.
Who even
do-
is that?
I don't know. It's from some video, but it is like this person like that with that face is used as like a Twitch emote and whatnot. And the way I see it used is more or less like when you're playing a game, you have like those awesome moments and whatnot, like a play of the game for a watch or something like that. I think that's what it's mostly associated with. Again, with the way I've seen it portrayed on like everyone's channels. And
Okay. Well, continue being weird. I'll just sit here and, you know.
It's skinny mini.
I fit earlier.
It's skinny miniature.
It is, in fact, a Skiniture miniature. That was like an hour ago.
Oh,
Yeah, how is the skinny mini?
She's okay. Still don't know where her babies are. So I can only hope that, they're okay.
Is she skinny again?
Yes. Oh boy, is she.
When all the fat came out with the babies.
Yeah. Uh-oh, is that little cat?
are they fighting out there?
They were fighting last night. I went to the bathroom and I just heard... And I was like, what is happening? It was like in our backyard too.
Why is it that all this happened last night? I didn't hear any of it.
You were probably in your room either asleep or listening to something on YouTube. With your big ass
You know what?
headphones.
Probably. Yeah, the headphones that are falling apart.
These massive, huge headphones that hurt when I put them on.
These comically large headphones.
Wear them with your comically large glasses. With the... Sounds like my house.
Oh.
She wanted to
Skinny is
lay
friendly.
down with Little Cat, and Little
Skinny
Cat
is
was like,
trying to be
no.
friendly.
Little Cat, like, has claimed her territory. Our
Skinny-
house is her territory.
So Skinny's trying to be nice and shit, and Little Cat's like, nah, fuck you.
When anyone freaking... Why is the,
What?
Oh, set this out to him first. I'm done. When, any cat tries to go up to Little Cat, she'll hiss at them. And be like, get out of here.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday, Nate.
Happy birthday. You live in a zoo. Oh, go show an early boy appearance. A half hour into the stream. When you got up, it sounded like you farted. Let's watch Sheila awkwardly glide in. Whee!
The greatest name
Yes.
of all time. That is the greatest name of all time.
Oh my god, I just finished watching your Super Mario Galaxy 3 video. Bruh, that was 5 years ago. Have you watched anything else recently? He's like,
Nothing recent.
He's like, not amused. Look at him. He's like, stop. But thanks for watching my Mario Galaxy 3 video. Imagine these loading scenes with Sheila awkwardly floating. That'd be funny.
Look out, Hunter. It's the scary sorceress.
I warned you already. This place isn't safe for
God, the inside of her robes look rubbery. Oh my god.
looking after this.
They're so like shiny. Her robes are shiny. It's like not even made. It's like leather. It's not even made out of like cloth.
Yeah, I know.
It looks like it's like if you rub the inside of her robes. It looks like it would feel like what kind of material?
Yeah, we fed her earlier.
I fed her earlier. It would feel like rubber band material, probably. My mom's name for her is Preggers. Your videos have been popping up on my recommended. Oh, nice. Cool. Thanks for keeping up to date, bro.
Pooping.
Your videos have been pooping.
When I make a poopy.
Every time I make a video, it goes.
I hope you can hear those cute little meows.
Yeah, what would you do if you heard the little high-pitched meows, Aaron?
Darth Reus.
What's up? Of the Skinature miniature.
I wonder if she was okay.
It's just her meow. It's just very high-pitched. Watching said, aside from streams, was the unboxing video for CTR Pinball. Oh my god, how come you guys are... I mean, it's great and it's awesome. It's just funny how, like... I guess the reason why my more recent videos don't get too many hits is because you're all too busy watching my older videos.
Yeah.
I'm expecting someone to be like, I watched your, Painbusters running through the cardboard box video. And I'll be like, excuse me? That was like back on my crappy little digital camera. That I used for yearbook class in 8th grade.
Excuse me? That was in the 1950s.
Back when I was younger.
Back when I osmosis in the
Back when I had an
1930s.
afro.
And Chase Jufro.
Protects them from your dragon.
Bro.
It's really funny.
Charge button.
Nope. Nope. YouTube will catch up eventually. It's buffering.
Because it's YouTube. That's right.
YouTube will never get better. I haven't made an official statement yet, and I will, but I think the announcement trailer for Crash 4 is going to be the last. So you better, everyone watching, better clip this. Not really, but if you want to, that's fine. I'll make an official statement later on Twitter. Not necessarily today, but at some point I'll do it. The channel got demonetized, but not for any particularly bad reason. It's just the fact that it's not liking how I am re-uploading raw footage to gain exposure, because I always demonetize those videos. It's just for people who haven't seen, like, who don't have Twitter or whatever, and so if they need to see the Crash news without any commentary in its raw form, without anyone talking over it or any other overlying visuals over the footage, I usually re-upload trailers or B-roll or something, and it's been for more than just Crash and Spyro. But because I've done it, I guess, one too many times, YouTube's dumb little algorithms like, oh, maybe you won't get,
Maybe don't do that.
maybe you won't get monetized now because of it. And I'm like, oh, all right. So the Crash 4 announcement trailer is basically the last time I'm going to re-upload raw footage. I'll still link the footage and link the trailers and everything. And if I ever have to talk about or show them on the channel, they'll be edited in some way. Not like in a weird way. I'll just probably put like a background behind the footage, but I'm not gonna just start re-upload. I'm not gonna be re-uploading anymore. And a lot of those older re-uploads, I'm probably have to delete so I can get the channel in good standings again, so I can get it reinstated for monetization.
Okay, but what about if there's a video that has people talking over it and you want one without commentary? Will you do that?
I don't know. If it's like an IGN thing where they're like, Crash 4, and it's showing the footage.
Crash 4 is a game.
Because at that point, yeah,
Nintendo
I don't know.
Switch has games.
Listen, the Nintendo Switch isn't a toaster. Don't put bread in it.
The Nintendo Switch is not a
Well,
dog.
like,
You cannot take it out for a walk.
That's a good joke.
You know, one of the first videos that I saw was the Time Twister cutscenes without commentary, and you were like the only channel who uploaded that.
I don't know. I'm surprised that didn't get hit because it's a compilation of maybe because it wasn't anyone's like official. Like I think if it's like re-uploaded off of like GameSpot or IGN or PlayStation or something.
Yeah.
If it's like some other, like, so I think they're verified and YouTube knows that they're verified through YouTube. So like anyone else who tries to upload that exact video, somehow they recognize. I guess it's from. Like, if you download the trailer off of the IGN video and then just re-upload it on your own channel, I think they somehow are able to catch that as, like, oh, you just got this from somewhere else. Somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah.
That's probably not even the way it works at all. That's just how I think it works. I really don't know. YouTube is that rich kid who wants to ruin your party because they can. Wait. Let's wake up the sun. We. I'm killing the dark souls. Stupid joke. I missed him. Oh, sorry, the cloud, not the sun, the cloud. Look at that weird, creepy face on him.
He looks like a cloud version of those little, the scrubbing bubble dudes.
Yeah, kind of, right?
Yeah, it's so creepier.
It was a DreamWorks face.
Oh my god, it is DreamWorks face.
Like,
Oh.
The cloud reminds of JJ the
Oh
Jet
god,
Black.
not even.
Oh my god.
Hey, don't get me started on the realistic JJ the Jet, the ones that they actually made. Have you seen any of those before? That shit is creepy. Like, the Thomas ones, while they look very Uncanny Valley-ish, they're still, like, okay enough. And when they're, like, especially really well made, they look okay. And I've always wanted to ride in one of them. Like a real-life, like, huge Thomas. But the JJ ones are terrifying.
I can only imagine.
Like, if you saw that thing slowly rolling up to you, you'd be like, this is a nightmare. I'm in a nightmare right now. I have to be dreaming. This is creepy. This couldn't happen in real life. But it's real life.
but it's real life though.
Whee. No.
Oh god.
Are you stretching?
I'm trying to lie down and put some heat on my head.
Okay, cat? Huh?
How relaxed are you right now, Aarons?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm trying to get more relaxed.
What if there was an airline where all the planes had JJ faces on the front?
I hope they all crash, but the pilots survive. Because they don't deserve a brutal, gruesome end. I just need the planes to be destroyed.
It had to be painted so it'd be stretched out.
Ew.
Oh god, I can just imagine.
I don't like that. Don't give me that visual.
I mean, I already did. So
Have you ever watched JJ the Jet Plane, Aaron?
No, but I know of it.
Okay, at least you know of it. Because I remember kind of liking it back in like first grade, but
It's creepy.
that was when I was little and stupid and impressionable. I was like, look, it's like Thomas, but it really wasn't.
I didn't even watch Thomas.
Thomas is not creepy. Thomas's stories can get creepy, but the trains to me were never creepy.
Thomas can get creepy.
I think G-Man, Gianni, I think he was like, no. He'll say, no, Thomas is terrifying, you're wrong. CGI Thomas is terrifying because they look really gross and disgusting and I don't like them.
Gross and disgusting.
I don't like it.
Well, it's like, I don't understand when people are just like, I hate Barney. Like, why do you hate Barney? What's wrong with him?
Barney
what's
sucks.
wrong? Like, actually, what's wrong with him, though?
They say he's too big.
Who's?
Like, he never
I'm
looked
jealous?
creepy.
I don't know.
Just looks like a big dinosaur.
I want to see who that is.
I don't know, you should look up 1980s Barney, because he was like, hey everyone.
Yeah, that one was weird.
He was a darker shade of purple and his head looked like a real dinosaur. Well, not like a real dinosaur. It was differently shaped. It wasn't as bulbous and round.
I watched the entire documentary. Like, well, it's only part one of a documentary so far. I'm like, when the hell are they gonna upload part two? About Barney. And I was like, wow, this is how it started, and it was like really weird.
Yeah. The pilot episode is up on YouTube. You can totally watch it. The pilot for that and the pilot for Sesame Street, which was weird. I watched that in its entirety and it was weird.
Oh, Michael Angelis, I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced, is the UK narrator for Thomas and Friends.
Thomas, which UK narrator? The old school one?
Yeah, from 1991.
Danny
2012.
fucking fell over.
And the fucking fell over. Wow. Oh, people are popping up fireworks now. They've been doing that since, like, last week. Donk. Donk. What was I gonna say? Yeah, my mom says that I used to watch the Ringo Starr Thomas, but I only remember George Carlin Thomas being the earliest Thomas. Because after that was Alec Baldwin Thomas, which I do remember that as well.
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle. Fuck yeah, sparkle, sparkle.
I love how he focused on such a, like, just nonchalant, weird little one-off line. It's like, why would you pay so much attention to write a bit around that line? Like, I remember watching that as a kid, and I never thought that line sounded out of place, but I guess he did. So I guess just Al Baldwin being silly.
Funny.
So I'm looking at more of this guy, and in 2000, in Thomas and the Magic River, he was Percy and James.
Oh, that's cool. What? Whoa, wait, what? No, James was voiced by a woman.
What?
James was voiced by a woman.
That must be.
And Percy, actually. Is it the UK version of Magic Railroad?
It's probably.
He's probably a UK-based actor.
I think so, because everything else here I don't recognize.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everything else is just saying like UK narrator and whatnot. If he's
Yeah,
a narrator
yeah.
or anything.
That's UK stuff.
Yeah. He was in a bunch of television shows as well, and almost none of them ever.
Like live action stuff.
Probably. I don't know.
Venomous, did I like Battlefield Bikini Bottom overall? I did. There were some bits that were annoying from it being changed. I haven't 100%ed it yet. I will do it, not on stream, but off camera. But since we beat it in 2 streams, I can say that, yeah, I do like it.
Okay.
It's kind of a mixed bag. Overall, I like it, but there are a lot of things where I'm like, okay, this shouldn't have been changed or tweaked or whatever.
Alright, so get this, right? There's this... In 1997, there was a show there called Harry Onfield and Chums, and...
Chums.
Or something. And right here it says he appeared in the episode Harry whatever and Christmas Chums alongside Thomas and Friends narrator Morgan.
Okay.
So it's like 2 narrators there for Thomas, just in an episode together. Huh.
That's
yeah,
cool.
he was in a bunch of stuff.
Who were we talking about, or who were we talking to, or what was I watching, or what was it? Who was I listening to? Was it us that was talking about calling a game unplayable? I feel like that was probably us. I don't remember.
Which game?
I don't know. Well, games in general, like the fact of calling it unplayable. What was it? I was listening to something. Also, whoa, I thought this could only be destroyed with supercharge. I just totally went through that normally. Well, because Venomous is saying, well, at least the game's not unplayable. I mean, yeah, but... Then again, every remaster we've played is still playable.
Yeah, it's still been playable, even if it's not the best.
I was gonna say, who did I... What was it? That was gonna bug me. I feel like it was us that talked about it, but I think I was listening to someone else. Like on YouTube. Where it's like, oh, because we didn't like an aspect, even if it's not at all tethered to gameplay, all of a sudden we deem it unplayable, and it's like, well, that's ridiculous. I forget who said that though. Who I was listening to. Well, the only controls that suck in SpongeBob are the cruise bubble controls. Those are not the greatest. And they keep flopping. They keep flopping around between.
If there's one thing, it's the way
the horizontal controls.
It's always
from being reversed to being normal, like up is up and down is down. And then sometimes, without me changing it, they'll revert to being, or reverse to being up is down and down is up, and it just changes randomly. It happens randomly.
That's weird.
Also, see how the way these supercharged arrows blink? And it's very obvious they blink, and it's very stylized, and it's very good. This is what I was hoping for in Spyro 1's, it sounds like gunshots, but it's totally fireworks. In Spyro 1 and Wizard Peak, I was hoping that they would look like this. Oh,
wow.
There he went. He went. Can we hear that crash sound effect? That pew. Because that was funny.
Yeah, I totally didn't think you were gonna get it like that. That was funny.
Okay, we are out of here. We. Don't get me started on Hailfire Peaks, Darth Grievous. I don't like that place. Aaron can attest to that. How someone mentioned it. Darth Grievous mentioned it. Grievous mentioned it, and I was like, I just got the flashbacks to when you were trying to help me through that level.
What,
Okay.
When we were playing
I forgot
Tui.
what you were having trouble.
Huh?
I forgot what you were having trouble with in that level.
Well, it's just navigating where to go and how to do everything without getting hit by the Chili Willy and Chili Billy or whatever. Whatever their names are.
You know, you have to
Silly,
go and-
Silly Willy.
you gotta go defeat them first, and then it makes everything easier.
Yeah, I still don't know if I did both of them or just one. I can't remember.
Everyone's just popping off fireworks. Yeah.
Who's saying that? There are rumors. Oh, Venomous. There are rumors of a Jimmy Neutron. Of Jimmy Neutron returning to. Huh?
Oh, how did they get back there?
Those dogs need to, like, just disappear. Just vanish from existence.
Just those ones
They need to be. They need to look at me and come on hopping over the way the little fucking dogs do.
Yeah.
Hop over, start yipping, and then all of a sudden they just stop existing. Like, please, because they're annoying. Sometimes they can look really cute, but I don't like yippy dogs for the fact that they yip. I hate it. Like, if they're cute and it's like in a cartoon or something, it's nice, but when it's in real life and they won't shut the hell up, it's annoying, and I hate it so much. It's so
If they're
goddamn
fake,
annoying.
it's fine. If they're real,
It's not.
blood will be shed.
Don't like it. I'd rather they not.
I gotta say, that's probably like.
What kind of dogs are you talking about, though?
The neighbor's dogs. Huh? Oh, I asked if it was hot. Here. I'll be right back.
Hopefully. I was gonna say if what was coming, what was making a comeback? I think it was Johnny Test, because I remember they were seeing stuff about it. I remember that. Oh my god! I remember that one thing of Johnny Test where it was about like different versions of himself or something like that. I forgot. I forget what it is, but oh my god, I remember that. I remember people didn't like that for anything. Oh, the little dog. Oh, the little bulldog from Tom and Jerry. I mean, it's possible for Jimmy Neutron to make a comeback. I could see it happening. Oh god. What's it? Attack of the Twonkies? What is that? Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know why I tried to play that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. God, these camera controls, I swear to God. Oh, oh. Bruh, these camera controls are like kind of messing with me a bit.
Why?
It's because I'm not used to the way the camera just goes whoop, all the way over here.
It's Spyro.
I know, but I mean, I haven't played Spyro in a while. Okay.
You are using the shoulder buttons, right?
No, I'm using the stick.
Oh my god, you are so... Jesus Christ.
What? What? To move the camera?
I'm gonna rip your thumbs off.
What? To move the camera?
Yes.
What the fuck, dude?
That old school Spyro is L2R2. How...
Cool. I'm not old school like you are, okay?
I'm
Great.
gonna agree with Victor on this one.
Cool.
Aaron does it too. Okay.
I can't. I mean, it's weird to me because I'm not playing the original. It's like if it's the new one, I'm gonna use controls.
I guarantee you, if I tried right now, okay, Watch this. Ready?
Here we go. Oh boy, here we go. He's gonna try and prove us wrong. Here we go.
No, I'm not gonna prove anyone wrong. I'm just saying that. Okay, hold on. Watch. Just watch.
You got a loss
I'm
of words
gonna
now.
enter Sheila's thing. Okay. I'm gonna use the sticks for this. I'm gonna show you how weird it is.
I can't. Okay, I can't use both of them like that. I would have to use the D-pad to move around the character.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
saying I use the stick to move the camera.
Oh,
and, that's
and
it,
it's
and not
reversed. Oh, it's reversed. This is gonna suck. I'm doing okay right now. I'll do this so you can see. Those are the shoulder buttons right here. I'm not pressing them. I'm gonna keep my fingers right here, so you can see that I'm not using them. Jared. That's what it was. Oh, it was Derek. Derek. What was that video again? Oh
I
shit.
forget what it was, but it was like just some random ass video. And I forget who originally made that video,
Shit,
but I
which one?
remember watching it at one point. I remember finding it just randomly, and
Okay.
oh my god, it's just.
Oh, I swear to God, I'm gonna laugh if I actually fail this.
Well, I mean, we didn't say to.
Well, because
use-
I find it weird, and this is why. Because if I were to try it, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Cool, but we didn't say you had to try it.
Okay, fine. Then I'm going back.
then yeah, by all means.
I'm
Cool, but
reverting-
we didn't say that.
I'm
We were
reverting back.
initiating a challenge, all right.
I'm not saying there was even a challenge. I'm just saying when it's Spyro, there's a certain way that I'm surprised. I'm surprised not everyone plays the. I don't know. I think more so the fact that okay, well because for someone who grew up with Spyro, not saying me, I'm saying for someone else to have grown up with Spyro and then yet they're like, well, I need to adapt to the newer controls because the older controls always felt weird. It's like weird because it's like, well, but you grew up with it. How would you not be familiar with the older controls?
Well, okay, just because it doesn't mean we're not familiar with them anymore. It's just I've been playing PS4 games for so long and all of them work like that, so I'm used to that now.
Okay, well, you can put some in.
Kick him.
Come here, you fuck. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the only time that it's just because Crash and Spyro were like built with the D-pad back then, so they had to keep that the same for Insane and Reignited and for Nitro Field. So like, because I remember playing that way back then, like I have to. That playstyle is ingrained into my memory. I can't play it any other way. It feels too weird to me.
Yes.
You saw me struggling with the camera right now, and I wasn't playing that up. I legitimately got them confused. But when it's L2 and R2, I know exactly what does what. I'm so old school, I guess you could say, that like I don't even play with. I don't really tend to play with active. I play with passive camera. So I'm manually moving the camera all the time. That's just how it's been ingrained in my head from when I was like 3.
I think I play with an active camera.
I mean, that's exactly why they started adding all these options for people who just couldn't get used to the other controls. The only time I play with analog stick in a platformer is if it's a game like if it's anything mainly from the PS2 era and beyond that just were like, you know what, we can use the D-pad for other stuff but not for controls. So at that point, like I have no choice but to use the analog stick. That even if it was a game that the D-pad wasn't used for extra menus and crap, and they were used for controls, I still probably wouldn't use the D-pad for moving the character in that case. I'd probably stick with
Okay.
analog stick.
I'm gonna get off and then get back on Cosme.
Okay.
Not yet.
All right then.
Ooh, the Rhino's 40. Okay.
Speaking of setups, I have to change my setup. Okay, so we're gonna see some bouncing on boys for a minute. Where is my phone? Oh, it's charging, that's right.
Every time we go out for a party, it's always like, it gets so loud.
Yeah. Well, here we can lower.
Wait.
Yeah. The stove, that's okay enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to set up my phone. Good thing you put your phone in. Not just put mine in.
Oh god. If I'm doing this is gonna suck. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. This is not. Nope. This ain't it.
Oh yeah, because of those controls.
My god, I can't fucking go. There we go.
Those controls are weird.
Can't move forward.
Can't move forward.
I actually could not move forward. Like I was trying my damnedest.
Your dangly darndest.
Oh jeez. You have to move. You have to be like this. Except you keep doing it upward like that, and you can't. Ugh.
Ludo the Rhino is 46. Okay.
Okay, now I have to do these kind of controls. God damn it. Oh, take this over here. Camera keeps fighting me to focus on the boss.
It's weird like that. Remember, Spyro 3's camera is weird because I don't think Twister Bob did it. I think
Yeah, I mean, look at this
someone
shit.
else, some other of the 10 companies that helped with assets and art stuff. I think one of them did it. I think it was probably Sam Drew.
Oh my god. Swear to God.
I swear to Jesus.
I swear to God here. Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh. Okay. Alright. Can I just get on like this? Wow. I just stood still and just fired away. Yeah. Wow. I can't believe that worked. Yeah, right, Johnny. That's why I like YouTube. It's just kind of going downhill now. Because they're like, we're family friendly, I guess. Maybe we're trying. It's not working out, and it's not gonna work out. Whatever the hell they're trying to do nowadays, it's not gonna work out. I mean, not like it's working out now, but I mean, it's really not gonna work out, like just at all. But thank you, Jake. Otherwise, you there's another gem here. Where is it? Is there no one here? Guess food done? Is the food done? Because I'm actually pretty hungry.
Well, hot dogs are if you want hot dogs.
I can try a hot dog.
Have you never had a hot dog?
Like that? No, I don't think.
Really? Here. Why are you at work? Leave your job.
Leave your job. Fuck your taxes.
You can't fuck your taxes. Alright, hold on guys, I'm gonna bring Aaron back on. Can you hear me? Are we good? Are we good?
I can't really hear you.
Ah, dang it. Can you hear me? This always happens. I fucking hate Cosme. Like, you guys could probably hear that right there. Like, she was really loud, which was good, but she couldn't hear me, which was bad. Alright, can you hear me now? Are we good? That's what it sounds like, I swear to God. It's the worst crap. Can you hear me? She can't hear me. I can hear her, but she can't hear me. How about now? Nope. Can you hear me now? No. God, Cosme sucks! Okay, can you hear me? Oh my God. Can you hear me?
Art thou feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, that's cool. Can you hear me, Aaron? This is so annoying. I hate this so much. I can hear her like fiddling with her like laptop, but she can't hear me. Can you hear me? Oh, like that? I thought you were gonna have a hole.
Nah, when it's cut up, it's really good.
You should try a hole in a bun.
I could.
With ketchup and mustard.
Ew.
No, that's not ew. That's not ew. That's good. That's the only time I'll have mustard for anything. Can thou hear me now?
Can.
Apparently not.
Dost thou hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can sort of hear something, but it sounds like you're really, really far away.
It really shouldn't. My mouth is like right next to the thing. How about now? Do I still sound far away? Do I still sound far away? Do I still sound swish, snish, smush, swish, snish, swoosh, swish, swish, smush, swash, swash, snish, smish, swash, swish, swish, swish.
Oh my God! Look at this.
Swash, smush.
Okay.
Am I good?
You were slightly better.
I'm not doing a single thing. I have nothing plugged into this. I have no idea why I sound weird.
I don't know. You just sound really far away.
Like, still right now?
Yeah, I don't know. You just sound really far away.
I don't know how to fix that.
Now you sound better.
Okay, see, I didn't do a fuck. All I did was just fuck with the volume. That's all I did. This app sucks.
All you had to do.
What you meant to say was, this app is great.
No, actually, well, we don't need these now. No, it's great for when we watch stuff, But when we try to communicate, it's shit sometimes.
It's just absolute ass.
But are you good, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Can everyone hear Aaron well in the chat? I would assume so, because every time I go back into our streams like this where we don't have Aaron plugged into a speaker, but we've got her way up close to the, at full volume on my phone to the microphone, you can still hear her. I just want to make sure that. Okay. You make app developer cry. Good. They should feel fucking bad that their app is shit. Make it better. That's what I'm trying to say. Or GTFO. Why is there no Sparks? What did you do? Did you lose our Lord and Savior Sparks to Dragfly? Also, he's a Dragfly now.
Dragfly.
Yeah. He wears makeup and a little wig.
That sounds like a new fly species.
He wears makeup and a little wig.
Fly family.
No? You weren't acknowledging my joke. Okay.
I did.
Okay, everyone's saying you're good. Okay, cool. Want to play more so I can drink my water?
Huh?
So you want to play more so I can drink my water?
I'm acid Spyro, unlike you, so...
What?
What?
Okay, I just said acid Spyro. I'm like, what does that mean?
Acid Spyro. That sounds like a
Ass
C4
hat
skin.
Spyro.
It's like all green and shit. Wasn't that one of the things?
Victor said he's ass at Spyro. I thought he said he's acid. Acid Spyro.
You should probably make your ears more.
You should probably not. Oh god, why did Spyro do that? That was weird.
The balloons.
The balloon's ready. Oh, I was gonna go up to Sheila and flame her. Stay here so I can flame Sheila. What's up, girl? Oh god, she was like, ah, stop!
Up, girl. You want some tail?
And then he swings around and you hear like a like a gentle slapping as he wags his tail in her face. She's like, stop, stop.
Want some tail? Flick.
Listen carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that?
Why haven't you done the thing, you rabbit?
Scare him off, Your Highness. He's just not afraid of anything.
Also, how do you feel about there being other rabbits that aren't anthropomorphic?
Use some magic.
What did you say? You were just like,
Oh, I was mimicking the sorceress telling Bianca, well, how do you feel about other rabbits being not anthropomorphic?
Anthropomorphic.
She turns a regular ass little rabbit into a giant creature that eats her. It's cannibalism, and also vor.
If you kill. I was in Midday Gardens and I killed the rabbits and Bianca appeared in front of me.
I forgot, what did she do to you after that?
She like zaps you and you get sent back to the beginning of the game.
She hard resets your game and deletes your save file. That's my Spyro creepypasta. Bianca invades the game when she's not supposed to, and she hard resets it.
What's the funny one about Agent 9 again?
Oh!
That was
What was it? He steals everyone's lines of dialogue, or?
he's in everyone's levels.
It was something like that. I'm trying to remember. Was it because he didn't have enough screen time, or I don't remember what the joke was.
Yeah, I think so, something like that.
Whoa. God, Buzz sucks. He's a lot slower.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the way that fight plays out because you can't get away from his stupid roll.
Well, the faster he gets. The first two are okay. For me, anyway. Even in the original, he was fast. Like, it was hard. It was genuinely hard.
Yeah, but I was able to, like, at least, you know, outrun him by kind of just, like, oh, just, you know, just go in a circle and, like, charge around. But, like, here you can't really do that because the camera's all kind of fucked, and so, like, you have to do this weird jumpy circle thing. And yet, it has to be perfect.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you just saw it right now. He freaking, charged for a minute and then just stopped immediately. And it was so weird. It's not done the look at the way he's rolling. It's not even done the right way. It's all off of like algorithms and shit. Like the game's telling him to be at a certain point at a certain time, but because it's imperfect, he won't always meet that standard. Whereas in the original, it was coded to be a specific way all the time, and it always is. It's an issue I've talked about with Insane like numerous times. The cycles for the enemies and the rolling rock things from Jungle Rollers and Rolling Stones and the snow levels in Crash 2, like they're all on algorithms and cycles, and they're all told. I want to say in the coding. I'm not a coder, so I don't know. But what I think is happening is that the code's telling it to do its animation at a certain time, because they're all. The thing is, which was not a thing in the original whatsoever. These objects that have movement and animation to them are programmed to stop. I think that, along with everything being loaded into the level at once instead of there being culling, I think all of that plays into the fact that the timing for certain things aren't right, and cycles aren't always, you know, the way they should be. They could change depending on your speed and how fast you go through a level, and stuff like that. And it's just not the way they were coded in the original. They were coded more cleverly in the original to get around certain issues and whatnot, and to avoid things like that from happening. But because these games, while still being made about a year apart or taking a year to make or whatever, it was a harder process, and it takes longer to make games with more detail. So Crash and Spyro not having as much detail to them back then was its strong point on both an art, visual, and technical level. They could get away with a lot more and be able to code a lot more in like a lower amount of time, versus now where it's like everything needs the utmost like care and attention to detail. That if you try to do it the way it was back then, it's gonna break. It's not gonna look the way it's supposed to. It's not gonna look nice for it being a modern game. Anyway. That's I'm not a developer, but I talk like I'm one. Portion of the stream done.
I know about games.
I know about video game, and I've never made one. Crash and Spyro. I mean, what else? But that's how come I'm not too worried about having to overthink that kind of stuff in Crash 4, because it's a completely new game. It's going to have its own physics, its own design, it's going to have its own... It's not based off of anything. Like, story-wise and whatever else reference-wise, they'll probably be pulling from different games, and we've already seen it, at least in terms of the art direction with certain characters like Vortex or whoever. But, like, on a gameplay level, the only thing we have to compare elements and mechanics to are other games that aren't even Crash. Like, everyone's saying, oh, the rail grinding is Sonic, or, you know, the rail grinding is Ratchet, and stuff like that. But no one's comparing, like with Insane or with Reignited here, oh, well, in the original PS1 Spyro 3, this didn't animate this way. But you can't do that with Crash 4, because it's its own beast. That will be its strong point. Any comparisons will have to be to, like, otherly different crap that's not, you know... There is no original game to compare it to.
Yeah, but people will still try to compare it anyway.
They will, but they'll be wrong. They'll be definitely wrong, like, for a fact. Like, versus...
You'll be wrong.
Versus, like, oh, you might have a point, but you're just saying it weirdly. With these games, you know?
Yeah.
Like the depth perception or whatever for Crash. It's like, okay, I haven't had a problem with depth perception in Crash, like the original games. And if I do in Insane, it's not anything to fucking argue that it's a bad game over. It's called adapt to the controls and the physics. Is it down? The flame's down? Sure. See what happens. I think I didn't put too many coals on it, so on the grill, so the burgers didn't exactly they cooked, but not like enough. So we're gonna try and I tried right now. The reason why I left earlier and came back, just putting more coals on the grill, and they like immediately caught fire. So that means it's still hot, but it just wasn't enough to cook the burgers all the way through. So we're gonna try again right now. We're filling this grill out. It's still new, and we just got it like a few days ago. My mom bought it. People will say it's like Wrath of... Well, they can't even compare it to Wrath of Cortex. I don't care if it's Crash 4. It's not the same. It's not a remake. That's what I'm trying to say. People can try, but they look like idiots.
I hope that's a remake of Wrath of Cortex. Like, why would we need one after this, though?
We don't. That's why I've always fought for that. I've always been like, no more remakes after Nitro Field. There's nothing else you can possibly remake that's going to do any better than the original. Because now you have to copy all the original's problems. The fact that, you know, even if you do quality of life changes, like, oh, when you hang on the monkey bar things, the grates or whatever, in Wrath of Cortex, they're slow as shit. But in the remake, they're faster. Like, okay, cool. Doesn't make it a better game. Doesn't mean that it deserved to happen. Hey, everyone. Huh?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Hey, everyone. Get ready for the Comeback Saga Part 3, because these are the exact issues that I tackle this time around. Like, what constitutes a game to even be remade in the first place? Why did Spyro get this instead of a new game? Like, as his comeback, as his revival. That's the kind of thing I have to tackle with Part 3. Because originally Part 3 was going to be about, oh, should Spyro get a remaster like Crash? This is before Reignited was ever announced or revealed or anything. We didn't know anything about it. But now it's been out for fucking 2 years. And now we're like, you know what? Yeah, can't do that now. So I've had to like completely rewrite. I had to rewrite and redo everything on Part 3. And I finally have a script. I finally did the voiceover. I just finished the voiceover. So I'm on to visuals and did the actual, like the skeleton is done. So now I'm just editing everything else visually. And I would say probably expect the video in about a week, maybe. So I need to get it out as soon as possible, so I can start focusing on Bandicast and big games again and all that. So that will be happening soon. I try to make it sound totally not like a plug, and I swear to God it's not meant to be. Because again, we're talking about issues in games that this is a relevant topic for that. That's what I go over. At the same time, please watch my video. Something about this song, I don't know what it is. It kind of creeps me out. This is a really weirdly composed song. Freaking Bamboo Terrace.
It's pretty weird.
It doesn't sound like a Spyro song. I swear to God, the last time we did Reunited on stream, and we got to hear, we talked about that exact thing. I'm sure we did.
I don't know, we probably always talk about it.
Every time we come to Bamboo Terrace music is weird, right?
Bamboo Terrace is weird, right? Dabbing pandas are weird.
Earlier we had a double panda dab. I just didn't acknowledge it. Simultaneously, they just both did it. And the Crystal Islands streaming song is freaking creepy.
I love the Crystal Islands music.
How's it go? How's the screaming go? Can you imitate their screaming?
It just sounds like it sounds like Kirby, really, but like it sounds like he's like inhaling.
Ha 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 ha. But isn't that also Desert Ruins? Which Desert Ruins has something similar, doesn't it?
No.
Well, it has a really weird sound to it. We'll get to that later in the stream. But okay, I hit circle. It's less of a scream and more of like a screeching noise. It's not like a vocal sound. It sounds like.
Well, yeah, that's part of the music. Like Desert Ruins has a kind of like thing, and then Crystal Islands has a like it sounds like inhaling. It actually does sound like that.
Oh god, yeah, I don't remember that. Was that the greatest hit song, or is that like, or no? Was there a difference?
Desert Ruins music is always the same.
Oh, I mean for Crystal Islands.
Crystal Islands, yes, that's the greatest hits music because in the Black Label version it has Seashell.
Okay.
We would be honored.
Tom the Dragon.
Which I think fit quite nicely.
You think what?
Which I think the Seashell Shore music fit quite nicely.
Ah. Oh lord, there's a fire. It's not close by, is it? I saw a fire yesterday on my way to work. It was weird. It wasn't huge. It was small, but it was a fire, and it was the grass was on fire as I was passing by on my way to work yesterday morning. Oh Jesus. Okay, hold on, guys. Where? People are probably being stupid. No, remember the one that was closer, like by the park?
Oh yeah, no, I remember that one.
That one was scary because that was like really close to us. Yeah, there was this. Okay, so they saw smoke way off in the distance. Something caught fire somewhere. There was a. Oh lord, there's a fire. There was one. I don't know if it was actually at the park, but it was like really
Actually,
close
it wasn't
by.
even at the park. It was
It looked like it was. We thought it was.
looked like
we
it,
originally we initially thought it was.
Yeah, because there was a house down there, like way down over there, that
Something.
it was. I think it was people were going in there because in that house people were doing drugs, and I forgot what happened, but something happened and it made the house catch on fire.
Because they're stupid.
But it was like a vacant house, so I don't really remember, but yeah.
Their meth lab exploded. I don't know.
Shit, with the way with how it happened, it might as well have been a meth lab. Just, you know.
I'm going to get this vase. Also, this vase shows up in like very weird places. Hello, mama.
Hello.
Look, it's the dabbing pandas, mom. You know what a dab is? You just did it. Dance. You're so pure, mom. She called it a dance. It's just a retarded little move that you do. Maybe to go see Connie? I don't know. I'm just speculating. Oh shit! God, I hate you guys so much. Oh, that's right. I don't know. Actually, it was 2 weeks. I don't remember how long ago it was when she told us about that. I'm sorry. Mass and the Dragon. Did you play a game called Mass and the Dragon? Would you play a game called Madison the Dragon?
Madison the Dragon.
I don't know, maybe.
She has sonic vision. Oh, that's the power.
Sonic Vision.
What does that mean? The burgers are going to be consumed by me. Eventually. Oh, that's about all I can do here. The other two missions. One of them I don't want to do. The other one I can do only when I get Bentley. Yeah, I think I needed to add more coals. I guess I didn't add enough.
Right, we didn't even
because we already had the one that we have right here, and it was fine.
I guess.
So we're good. I see the Spyro wiki up on Aaron's thing right here.
Yeah.
Are you doing research?
I'm writing. I'm writing something.
Ooh.
Writing script.
I like it, I like it. Let's see. Oh, we need to go to... Okay, Spooky Swamp, Icy Peak, or Enchanted Towers.
Enchanted Towers.
Okay. I knew you were gonna say that. Let me look at these spaces real quick. Boop. Boop. Over the bridge and through the river. Oh. Oh yeah, did you like that video that I tagged you in, Aaron, with the dude who grabs the phone from the grocery store and farts into it?
Yeah, farts in it, yeah.
You know how they call on the overhead on the phone? Well, this dude grabbed the phone off the little pole and just farted into it and over the head on the overhead. It was really funny. And I tagged Aaron and I said, "Look, that's me. I would do that." And then you'd be in the background face palming.
You would totally do that.
Of course I would.
That's you.
Why would I pass up the opportunity to do that?
Because you're you.
Why would I pass up the opportunity to fart on cue into
Fart on cue.
Into a speaker.
On cue though. You gotta be on cue.
Like, if I knew someone who worked at a grocery store and was like the manager and they said, "Yeah, you can fart into the thing," I'd be like, "Of course, oh, thank you. Thanks for this job opportunity."
We'll voluntarily do this for you.
Yeah, I would do it.
This is your one requirement for you to get it on cue.
Yeah, you'd have to fart on cue because, like, what if you didn't have the...
You build up to it, but then you don't.
What if in a state of emergency the store has to go on lockdown and you have to fart into the mic? Do it. Into the phone.
I love that that's so specific too. Just have to do it on cue though.
Yeah, like when I tell you to do it, you have to do it.
Yeah.
No exceptions.
Otherwise you're fired.
No delays.
You're fired and you will be doxxed.
Fart now, do it, die.
And you'll be doxxed. I'll tell everyone where you live. After you fart into the phone, I'll grab the phone from you, put my mouth directly to it, and tell everyone where you live.
I'll fart and then dox you.
My farts will dox you.
Dox him, not me.
Yeah, you can. Remember how you can like still talk when you burp, so you talk when you fart.
Are you gonna dox me while burping?
Yeah, I'll give everyone your address and I'll burp it out. I'll have Victor do it.
I can't.
That's strange. That you can't do that, but you can burp on cue.
Yeah.
Do 2 burps right now. There you go. They were small, but he did it. Normally they're bigger, but he did do it.
I can make them bigger, but...
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. This dude crawled on top of climbed this little platform, little step, and still got me. He's not supposed to do that.
He glided up there, dude.
He glid.
Glid.
He gloated. Okay, these guys are dicks. What do you have in your hand? Stop it. Swear to God. Could you not do that for 5 minutes? Could you not be yourself for 5 minutes? I like how in the trailer, when his snout comes into frame, it does the Jaws theme.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's like, okay. The face he makes, he goes, ah!
Yeah.
It's really funny.
I like all the memes with Like the noise.
I like when they put the frame of him yelling for 5 minutes, they make his eyes glow. And they put motion blur on it.
Oh my god, dude, it's the greatest thing ever.
And they put motion blur on it.
That's what really sells me.
That's my favorite meme.
That's my favorite meme format. But it actually is. I love the collaboration. It makes it all the more hilarious.
Was that Engine saying it's his favorite meme?
How would Engine go about that meme?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what it would say. He says to Uka Uka, could you not insult the master for 5 minutes? And only his big eye glows. Not his normal eye. It briefly turns into the eye from Nitro Kart. Like it's his normal big. It's his big. The big eye looks organic in the other frames, but in that frame it's cybernetic.
It's like one of those inconsistencies, like in
Yeah.
the game.
Like in the game. I mean,
like literally, like in the game.
There's no reason why he has a cybernetic eye, but he just does.
Yeah, because it flip-flops between him having a normal eye and it being normal and it being cybernetic.
Not in Nitro Kart itself. Unless, did it?
No, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, in some frames, in some shots and frames, and I think I don't remember.
Well, like in those like loading screens, they were all cybernetic.
Yeah, but then there are times where it's just normal.
I don't remember that.
At least, you know, I think I'm quite crazy.
Maybe.
I think I am crazy. I think we've established since I started doing stuff with you that I'm crazy.
Farley, step on the platform. I'm doing the Farley thing, Aaron.
What Farley thing?
I'm doing the Farley thing. You can see the little pupper.
Oh, the Farley thing. Yes, I like it.
Little broken Farley. Look at him. His spiked collar, he is so edgy. Also, that is a dark. Stock Bjork. Bark. He's staring at my ace. He wants dead ace. Look at Spyro. I forgot that they actually puffed his cheeks out. Yep. Go get your damn ball, Farley.
You think just release the platform the last minute and just jump on it.
Huh? Oh. Well, we can eat, and then in another hour or so we can start doing fireworks.
Abdul, hello.
What's up, Abdul?
Day 5 26 is locked in. You need to take 6 in the morning.
Oh crap.
Cool.
Hold on. I have to go up here. Actually. Yeah, I messed up. I have to get on this platform. I didn't time this right. Ooh. You have to pop him, Farley. Oh, you dang ass. You dang ass dog. Oh my god.
Some doors.
You're a wolf. Okay. What? What? No. There. Okay. Get in there. Ow. Everyone want to see my gross ass toe injury that I got at work?
No.
It's disgusting, I can guarantee you. The scab looks black as if I burnt myself, but that's not what happened.
Welcome description.
He's your fucking dog. He's your wolf.
You found Farley. How can I ever
You're
thank
Farley,
you?
Moat. How the hell he pronounce his name?
Looks like a Russian collector.
He does. Actually, he really does. Wearing sound
reminds me of a character, but I can't.
sunglasses. He looks like Skid McMarks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he looks like.
You know, I was gonna say that, but I wasn't sure.
No, he
It
looks.
was like,
He looks like Skid McMarks. I almost said sound glasses. I almost said sand glasses. Let me reiterate
Sand
for everyone who
glasses.
just joined us. I'm
Sand
tired.
glasses.
I'm really, really tired. It's a good one. That's a good reference.
I love you just. I love you just stopped talking.
Because I had to remember. I had to remember what that was, and then I was like, "Oh, that's right." Good old Robin Sparkles. Damn it!
Oh my god.
I forgot how stupid it sounded.
Oh my god.
That's a reference right there. It is the SRA.
just you're talking. I say that just.
I've been looking at you. I was just like, "Oh, that's right." I remember where that's from. Hey, Hunter. Bye, Hunter. Hunter, teach me some of your sexy ass moves.
I gotta see that chat a little bit.
How you guys doing?
Or whoever's left in the
Isn't
chat.
this? Let's start.
Can I show you some of my moves? And he just fucking rips off his pants and wearing a G-string.
Why did you say that?
Because it's funny.
That's.
Okay.
What'd you do, Aaron, if Hunter was a male stripper?
You can roll in midair by holding down the action button.
I question it because he doesn't wear any clothes usually.
Gotta limit cussing. So, Hunter is a male stripper.
Hey, nice.
How do you feel?
Gotta limit cussing.
Because you're like.
Stripper isn't a cuss word.
I know. I'm just saying. I love the topic. Of
Oh,
like,
Aaron, you're in your room, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cock, suck, motherfucking tits. It's fine now.
Cool.
You can say whatever you want. Fuck. I like how I just went straight to the George Carlin bit. To prove my point.
Little do you know, her door is open, so they can still hear.
She has headphones on.
Plot twist.
Plot twist. She's even closer to her parents' room now.
They can hear everything.
Now that.
Score 500 points. Beat Hunter. He's gonna go, ooh, ooh. I can do that with my eyes closed behind my...
Downstairs, the door's closed.
Dude, that was
Okay.
You did the wrong move.
I can beat Hunter with my ears tied behind my ears.
Wow, you learn really
She
fast.
doesn't have the N-word pass.
Again, you are being trained by-
Oh my god.
Oh, Aaron has the N-word pass. Say it, Aaron. I dare you.
No.
Say nice. I was waiting for you to be like nice friend.
Nice guy. My new.
Wanted to. Oh God. See. Bail out. Do it. Fail. God damn. All right. Here. I want to do your thing. Yeah. Compete. I'm gonna kill you easily.
The only time I have ever
Said the N-word.
said that word is when we were, let's see, in class when we were reading like, what was it, Tom Sawyer or something?
Oh, you told me that story. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, because they used that word in the book, and
Yes.
sometimes we had to read it out loud, so I would say it because it's in the book.
Did they give you hell for that?
No, not really.
Okay. Or did some people go, oh my god, oh she said it, she said it, or like what was it, like, what was the atmosphere like in the room when you said it?
I mean, I'm sure people were uncomfortable, but the thing is, like, I mean, also we didn't even have to say it. Like,
Yeah.
some people, when they would get to that part, they'd just be like, nah. Like, they wouldn't
Yeah.
say it. I think well, you know what, now that I think about it, I wonder, did I actually say it? Or did I bail out at the last second? I'm pretty sure I said it, though.
Well, I'll say more power to you for saying it in the context of a story, because when it's gotten to the, I'm not gonna, we're not supposed to be talking about this on the stream because of my rules I set, but the only thing I will say is that when you're using it in the context, whether it's morally good or bad to say it, obviously, you should never really be saying it in any kind of context in that matter. when you're directly referencing somebody or whatever the case is. But if you're reading it in the context of a story, a fictional work of art where the language, it was the norm at the time period it was set, say it out loud when you need to, if it's something of that, if it's that kind of scenario, because you shouldn't have to feel that, you know, traditional sense of censorship of, oh, you can't say that word. Because if you know if you know how you're saying it in the context of that very specific scenario, you shouldn't have to feel it's not gonna offend anyone if it's in the shape of a story. If it's in this, that's all I'm trying to say.
So say look at To Kill a Mockingbird. They used it.
They did. And The Mice and Men, yes. Because those are all the books that we all read in high school. And sometimes I think we would do the book on tape thing, where like instead of the teacher reading it out loud or whatever, they would have the audio book or whatever, and they would say it, and it was like, all right, it's part of the story.
Okay, I'm not gonna have it.
Surprised they didn't make a proper Spyro 4 yet. Proper. See, I wouldn't say.
Here we go.
No, that's what I'm saying. Don't get me started on it. So just don't. Oh, I didn't even get it. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't have Cyber Bird yet.
My dad has said it in the context of when he was telling me that the eeny meeny miny mo thing, like it wasn't catch a tiger by the toe. Tiger used to be the word. And he's when telling me about that, he said the word, but like, you know, he's never said it like when it's not in the context of something like that.
Yeah. Is that really how it started though? Because I actually genuinely didn't know that if that's the case.
Yes, it did.
I didn't know that. Wow. So tiger is the way we censored it.
Yep.
I didn't know. I legitimately did not know that.
Yeah, this is news to me.
Wow. Okay.
We're getting history lessons.
Well, because now in my mind, I'm replacing the word. I'm trying to think back to the context in which it was originally meant to be. Really? Wow. Huh. I want to Google it now just to read the backstory. Because see, the history that is interesting about it. Like that stuff interests me in a weird way. It's like, obviously it's not something I talk about on stream or publicly very much, but reading or finding out something like that. Yeah, dark childhood rhymes. Oh yeah. All your childhood classics are fucking lies, everyone.
Exactly.
They're dark. They're not good. They started very brutally.
Yeah, just watch Caddy's video about the nursery rhyme shit.
Yeah.
I like the one with the what's the one I usually think of? Took him by the left leg and threw him down the stairs. That makes me laugh.
Look, here's the aforementioned Bianca fucking with the real rabbit. The real rabbit? As opposed to Bianca, who isn't a real rabbit.
You're kidding, right? She nearly toasted you. Yeah, but she was aiming at you.
With one singular hello.
That's it.
Spyro's like, whoa. Yeah, his nostrils were flaring. Did you see that?
Yeah. This is like.
Oof. It's very Skylanders thing, having these kinds of camera angles.
This is where all the budget went for this game.
Basically, they went to the cutscenes. The cutscenes have really good animation.
Oh my god, that face.
Thanks.
No problem. It's a good thing for you Hunter was around.
I can look after myself.
They just didn't put the same kind of attention to the music
Would you like
for
me
the
to show you?
cutscenes. It's not very Spyro-ish. It's very generic Skylanders-ish. Cutscene music.
I'll deal with you later.
Someone once asked me like if it had like the original voice tracks and the same music for everything, like would you say you prefer it over the original? And you know what? I really don't think I would. There's still a sort of charm about the original that cannot be replaced.
Yes, exactly. That's the weird. Now we have a remaster to directly compare this to. There is a way they danced around that very fact, that very thing you just said, with SpongeBob, because that was all the exact same audio, the exact same music. There's no retro mode where you can play the original music. It's all the exact same from the original game. But it makes sense I suppose it makes sense in SpongeBob's case because it was a PS2. It was a generation up from Crash and Spyro. So while it's while this right here, Sergeant Bird, for example, is very impressive to look at because it just straight up did not have this level of detail. SpongeBob, the original Battle for Bikini Bottom, had a lot of detail. It was a PS2 game. Yeah. It just happens that the way that childish, very not realistically detailed, but the art style they went with for Rehydrated gave off it still had that SpongeBob feel. It still, it looked like the PS2 game. It looked higher in dynamic effects, like the shading and the lighting and the colors were more rich. But it didn't stray very differently from the original. It just looked, I know you hate this term, but it was a blow up, basically. The only way I can describe it. Without sounding weird about it, but for Crash and Spyro, it's different because
I just don't like it when people use the term glow up and then they use and they're just they use comparison pictures and they use their before and after pictures. The before one will be the most shitty picture they can find.
Yeah.
They won't even use a good one. It's the people who are going oh my god, the glow up for Crash. It's you're using the shittiest picture you can find for Insane. Use a 2 picture of Crash, why don't you?
Not even that. You know what I love about the trailers for both Insane and Reignited? They compressed the fuck out of the PS1 footage. I have no idea. Just to hammer in that the remaster looks so clean and crisp. The PS1 games in the footage when they do okay, here was the original, here's the remake. It looks so pixelated and so I know for a fact, even the way my shitty Elgato setup captures PS2 footage when we're playing PS1 games, that looks better than the pixelated, trying too hard to make it look old that they did for the Insane and Reignited trailers. I was like,
we gotta make it look as old and crappy as possible to really hammer it in.
That's what they did. It didn't upset me, but on that much smaller scale, or on a grander scale level of me just thinking about it in hindsight, I'm like, yeah, why the fuck did they do that? That's dumb.
They said, all right, listen, guys, we're gonna make comparisons to the original and to this remake we're making. Let's make it to where we make the original look shit.
Because look when you look up footage on YouTube of the PS1 games in 1080p 4K, that shit looks amazing. Look what Eric does for some of Aaron's stuff. That shit looks amazing. How come they couldn't have Eric they couldn't hire Eric to record the PS1 footage to use in those trailers? It still wouldn't matter. It would be the exact same effect. You'd be like, oh, the games were good in the PS1 days back then. They looked really nice. And then it's oh shit, but the PS4 games look even nicer, just by comparison of newer technology. It looks so good. It's really crisp. No, they had for some reason they took the route of these games were old. Here's footage of them looking very old, vintage or whatever. It's
you have some old stuff. Do you feel old?
Yeah, do you feel old? Is what your video games looked like back then? No, it didn't. Even before we had the ability to upscale them to 4K, they did not look that shitty. I'm sorry.
Listen, Gramps and Grannies, you remember the shit?
This is my favorite thing. When people would people started streaming the original Spyro in the in the months before Reignited came out, and then people were saying, "Is this the remake?" I'm like, how crappy do you think the original looked?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like, if you think this is the remake, what did you think the original looked like?
Yeah, I know, right? Especially if, like, maybe your setup, like, makes them look slightly better. But again, if it's not 4K, because even then, it's like, okay, this is just what we can do with the technology we have. But what we had even back then, they still looked nice. They looked really good, actually. It's funny, too, because... And then the console itself lends to certain games looking and sounding the way they do as we know them. But when, like, say, Josh Mansell comes out and says, oh, here's what the music from Crash 1, or most of the PS1 Crash games, were supposed to sound like, and you listen to them, you go, oh, damn. Like, that's actually very high quality. I was listening to, to Generator Room again, because Generator Room, if you listen to the original, it sounds like there's, because I was listening to the Insane version, the original version, the version from the original game that we can hear in game, and then Josh Mansell's pre-console version of the original Generator Room. And I remember always thinking as a kid, it just doesn't have like a beat. It's just it's melody, and it's a creepy little sounding melody, and there's no drums or anything or percussion in the background to keep a steady beat. I thought when I first heard the Insane version that they added a beat just so that it could make it sound more dynamic or whatever. And then no, when Josh Mansell released the pre-console version of Generator Room, it has a beat. It just, you can't hear it. Either he took it out for the final console version, or it is there, but it's just so compressed and muffled that you can't really hear it.
Yeah.
And then if you go through the some of the behind-the-scenes videos of like Crash Warped or Crash 2 or whatever, you can see the cutscenes of like Cortex talking, and the animation is very fluid, very like, it's actually very impressive. It looks really nice on the computer as it's unfinished, and then you see it in the final game, and like it's got that very PS1 feel, as I guess one would say to it.
Yeah.
It's by no means bad, but it's just the console compressing. There's it's console limitations that there's only so much you can do, or they could do at the time.
I was gonna say
yeah.
glad you figured out that you don't actually have to shoot the cages.
Yeah, I did as a kid, and then I was like, oh.
I think I do that out of habit, but like you don't actually have to do it, and I don't think anyone realizes that.
Also, another thing that people might not realize, I should have done this earlier, is that you could do this. I'm not pressing anything right now. You can just hover over the lava if you have the missiles.
Yeah.
Trey goes, who are your favorite characters of Crash and Spyro?
You go first, Aaron, because I think you have your favorites.
Okay, let's see. My favorite Crash characters are Dingodile and Engine. And for Spyro, Spyro and Ripto and Bianca.
Yeah. For me, for Spyro, it would be Spyro himself. Oh jeez, hold on. Let's see, I'm trying to really think. I haven't given it like a whole lot of thought. Spyro himself, of course. Let's see. 1992, that was a good year. Aaron was born that year.
Yes.
1997, that was a good year. I was 2 years old when I had my open heart surgery. Also her... also her, wings flap very weird right here. She's ready,
Yeah, I know, they're like...
she's ready to be debriefed. That's a sexual joke. 2004, 2011, that wasn't a very good year. I don't remember. What happened in 2011? Hold on. I'll get back to the question in a minute. 2011, what happened? Victor was 11, I was 16. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty year. Never mind. Those were the dark times.
I was legal.
Aaron was legal. Well, okay. Well, then it wasn't so dark. I don't know. So it's high school. You're illegal. I was in high school, and high school sucked. So it was the dark times. You Sly Cooper TV show now airing on HBO Max. Oh, is it really now? Great. Then I definitely can't watch it unless it ends up online somewhere. I don't have any of it.
I really don't want to get HBO Max. They have a good selection of stuff, and also it's like the only place to watch Friends online. So I'm like, come on. But, yeah. But if it's on there, the problem is it's so expensive.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
It's like $15 a month or something.
2016. That was what happened in 2016? Victor was 16. I was what? I think 21. Oh shit! 2016. Crash at E3. I got my job, which I hate now. Yeah. It hurts me physically every day. I come home in constant pain and I want to die. Okay, no. That's, what game will come out now? After they did, since they did that. I don't know. People keep saying they want TAC to come back. But TAC was Avalanche, and I don't know. Avalanche got revived. They did Cars 3. I don't know what else they've done since then, literally.
I don't remember a ton of 2016.
You were 24.
I was, well, I was not doing so good around 2016, so that's, wasn't one of the best years. Hello? We're gonna go out for a little walk. Okay.
Those were Aaron's dark times. 3.
Okay.
Okay. You were legal. Jimmy Neutron is actually coming back. Attack of the Twonkies is a given. Is it really? Was Attack of the Twonkies really that great of a Jimmy Neutron like special or something? Was it a special? The thing is, we had that, and specifically, Grandma bought it for us. You bought us a VHS of Jimmy Neutron. It was called Attack of the Twonkies, and that shit was creepy. I didn't like the Twonkies. They looked really weird and kind of gross.
Weren't they those weird little creature
fuzzy things with like the gross purple mouths or whatever? They're like their gums or something were like really gross and purple.
I believe I remember that.
I didn't like that at all.
Remember when we were watching Win, Lose, and Kaboom, and I realized that it was like, what year was that from again? It was like a long ass time ago, and I'm like, how do I still remember this?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that long ago.
That was that one Jimmy Neutron special we watched, right?
Yeah.
Who
2004. What the fuck?
4? Wow. Didn't you say was that Tim Allen was the bad guy?
Yes, he is.
Oh my god.
It was weird. Yes, Tim Allen has appeared on Jimmy Neutron. It's so
Yes,
weird.
And it's fantastic.
It's amazing.
God, I still love that person so much.
Weird. If you want to, yeah. Weird. Okay, celebrities in the most weirdest roles. The one you showed me, the Billy Mandy one, the Christmas special. Gilbert Gottfried as Santa. That was really weird.
Oh my god, did we actually watch that?
Yeah, you showed that to me.
Oh my god, I forgot that we watched it.
We watched it for Christmas. I think it was 2018 or or last year.
I completely forgot that we watched that.
Yeah. Because you built that up. You were like, yes, and you'll never guess who Santa. I'm like, what happened? What?
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oy. Yeah, if Jimmy Neutron came back. If Jimmy Neutron came back, I personally would ask for 2 major things, which a lot of fans might not like, but it's more on the subtle side. And they both sort of go hand in hand with one another. One is for them to get a slightly bigger budget, so that way, number 2, the animation and the character designs can be altered a bit to be a little bit better. I don't hate the designs, but they're a little weird. I think one might say, who isn't like not that I'm not a huge Jimmy Neutron fan. Now in hindsight, I haven't watched like a whole lot of Jimmy Neutron, but like, I've seen enough where it's like, okay, if anyone, like Aaron or anyone else would be like, okay, let's have a marathon, I'd be like, oh, I'm so down, you know? So I'm not that much of a not fan to be like, oh, I'm not down to see a fucking marathon. But I'm not as much of a fan, I'm not as strong as a fan to where I can recall like all these episodes where all this stuff happened, you know? Because I've never seen
I can only remember like a few episodes. Like someone would have to tell me about an episode and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that. But like I couldn't like recall too many episodes just for my own memory alone.
So that said, I think that for a revival, if they have a slightly bigger budget, they could probably make the animation a bit smoother, I guess, or like, because you could tell it was on a budget. And the character designs themselves sometimes look a little weird. I don't know if that was just the art style, or if it was the animation, but...
I don't know, being on a budget, it's one of the things that really worked.
How would you say so? How so?
Well, I don't know, like, because usually I don't think that movies make, like, very good TV shows most of the time, but that actually worked really well.
So like the translation from movie to show?
Yeah. Which, I mean, and then there were, of course, the people who were like, wait, the movie came first? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, the movie came first. That even, back then, I think when I found this show, I don't know if I thought that like the show was just around that I happened to see the movie first. I don't know if I grasped at that back then that the show was based off the movie instead of the other way around, like it typically is for like any other show, basically. Has there ever been another example like that where a movie of an animated thing came first and then they built a show around it that was like that big?
That was that big? I can't think of another example that was like that.
Oi.
Because I know a few things in which, like, there was a movie and then a show, but I don't think it ever became as big. Oh, maybe the Kung Fu Panda show. I mean, that was kind of popular.
I guess so. Here's also the weird thing about that too. The show is still regarded as like this whole spin-off-y thing off the movies. They don't really follow the movies, and they do their own thing. But everyone knows the trilogy, because that's where it started. And that's funny because I like how you're saying, people go, well, wait, the movie for Jimmy Neutron came first, because people know the show more than the movie probably, if they're a younger audience. For us older people, like we watch the movie first. So
that's because I think the show did better.
Is that why probably? Do you think?
I think so. Like, cause like you say, yeah, even for them, like being on a budget and stuff like that, it wasn't to where it's like it was a completely obvious like budget, like a drop in quality,
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
When you see these other things, like it's very noticeable that like the show just looks like kind of crap compared to the movie. Like, like I've seen some episodes of the Panda series and it's fine.
Wait, of what?
I've seen some episodes of the Kung Fu Panda series and it's fine, but like it does not look as good as the movie. And then like definitely the How to Train Your Dragon series, like oh boy, that does not look as good as the movie.
Or what about the Madagascar one, Penguins of Madagascar, or the King Julian one?
I'm not sure because I didn't see a whole lot of those.
I didn't do
probably the movie looks better just because it looks better in the movie, but it probably looks about the same, I'm guessing.
Well, because
I don't know if either of those were very popular at all.
We have a DVD or something of the Penguins of Madagascar for the show, And it had that very obvious like TV show quality to the animation, but that's just because if it works, it works. If it looks nice enough and it's not like, how to describe it, like it's a little unfair to compare the TV show, the quality of for like any given IP or anything like that. If there's a show and a movie, no matter what came first, it's not exactly fair to compare the qualities of both, because just by default, by its very nature, the movie is going to be bigger budget, it's going to be more cinematic, it's going to have more of that. Generally it should, you know, have more of that that care for it. And because it's a one and done thing, you're making a movie and that's the one thing that's put on the disc primarily, versus a TV show where it's got multiple episodes, meaning that on TV it has to come out every week, so they have to make multiple episodes.
Yeah.
So, and with it being CGI animation, that's what makes it, you know, even tougher to produce. Or even like a mixed media thing like fucking Gumball. Can you imagine? Gumball takes a long time. They take so long. I think they take so long in between seasons or whatever because of the fact that it's mixed media. Because I think they still managed to make. I think the show manages to come out. Let me see. The show, I watched the trivia thing on Gumball. The show either manages or managed, because it's over now, or it was canceled or what the fuck.
Gumball?
Yeah, Gumball as a show managed to come out either weekly or bi-weekly or something to that degree. It was a longer show. It was a show that took longer for new episodes to come out, to air, than other shows because it was mixed media. And a lot of that media, different animators and different whoever's worked across different states or different countries or whatever to make all that happen.
Mega Man 1, mixed media.
No. They're really, yeah, they are. They're like, today's the day, do it. It's not even nighttime.
Do it right now. Go back inside.
Dude, it's like 6 in the, what time is it? Is it actually 6? What time is it?
It's 7:47.
Oh, it's 7:40? Alright.
It's just really light out. Yeah, it's kind of, you notice an obvious difference sometimes, and there's stuff like Jimmy Neutron, which looks pretty much the same, and the show, I guess, just got a lot more popular. Then you have weird cases like Tangled, which, the series is 2D animation.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
I've seen clips of that. It looks really good. I like the animation for it.
Yeah, I've been watching it. It's a really good show.
We should watch it. I should watch it. Is it on Netflix?
It's on Disney Plus.
Of course, yeah. Fuck. Oh, I would just imagine that nothing Disney related is even on Netflix anymore because of Disney Plus.
Who's mentioning TAC? Venomous mentioned TAC in the chat.
Oh, for a remaster. Or for some kind of revival. What if, Aaron, what if they brought the TV show back?
I would not like that at all. If anyone knows me, you know that I don't like the TAC show. Despite me having a DVD of it, I do not like it.
Well, did you get the DVD so you could try to watch it, and then as you watched it, you were like, I don't like this?
No, because I saw it on TV. And I realized I don't like it, and then I bought the DVD willingly.
So why did you? Did you feel, oh, if I watch it again on my own time without it being aired, maybe I'll have enough time to digest it, and you did, and you were like, I still don't like this? Or like what?
No, not really. It's just because I kind of like, I don't know. I just wanted.
Were you like, I have to preserve this piece of tech history because the games are just better?
Plus, I do like the episodes with Dead Juju. I'm sorry, Party Juju. Whatever.
Party Juju.
What are they? Why?
Did you like any episodes with Treylock?
I don't even remember that. What are they called?
I remember watching the show for the first time, and Jabulba said that, and I was like, what? Was his name Tlaylock?
It's like, is it really that hard to pronounce?
Yeah. Oh my god, you should have seen that. I blew that dude up and he went pew!
Oh my god.
No, but seriously, that was a weird change. And a lot of the voice actors just not... I think none of the voice actors... Was John Cassier back as Jabolo, or was it someone different?
No,
it was someone different,
no,
yeah.
And I'm really upset.
Everyone was different except for Patrick Warburton. I don't know why.
No, technically that's not true because Deja was Jerome Paulson.
Oh, okay, that's right. I literally forgot him when you just mentioned him, but yeah.
Yeah. If he wasn't, I would have been very upset.
Yeah.
There's nobody else who could play that character. But the problem, like, and that's another thing I don't understand because, like, they had Rob Paulson there for, like, playing Deja. Why couldn't he voice Playlock?
Was he Tlaylock?
He was.
See, I didn't remember that. I don't... You know, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say I don't believe I even remember seeing any TAC cutscenes where he spoke in the games, so I just didn't really know that.
Yeah, I remember. I can hear his voice in my head right now, but, like, it's like, I don't get it. They had him there. Like, did they really think, nah, it doesn't sound good enough for this role? Like, it sounded fine.
Venomous also says, people also want the Fairly Odd Parents games to come back. I rented Breaking the Rules on console a long time ago, and it was okay. And I mainly had Breaking the Rules on GBA, which was a really weird version of that game. I didn't get very far in it because it was kind of hard. For me anyway, as a kid. I haven't played it in a very long time. I was gonna say, I don't know if they should bring back Fairly Odd Parents as a series, because I don't know about that.
Like the games, you mean?
No, as a series, I don't know if they should revive the series again.
Oh, well, yeah, because, well, it was really going downhill.
Yeah. I don't see any way it could survive in today's fucking...
Yeah, a lot of it was just like, it was getting to the point where it was, like, so bad.
What was it? Was it the writing? Okay, literally, I think yesterday at work, I was thinking about this. I was just thinking about Fairly Odd Parents and how shit it became. And, because I remember I found randomly, I think it was recommended randomly to me or something, and I ended up watching it. You know how they do those, like, oh, cartoon 24/7 live stream all full episodes HD or whatever. It's these weird channels that do it. They had one for Fairly Odd Parents, and they were like, Fairly Odd Parents, new episodes, 24/7 live stream, and I'm like, what the, oh, okay. And I thought to myself, if it's the newer seasons, the ones that everyone says is shit, I want to watch it, and I want to see, and I watched it, and I'm like, this is, what the fuck happened to the show?
Yeah, exactly. Like, everything, I swear, once Poop was introduced, like, a few episodes after that were okay, and then everything just went downhill. But, like, Poop started it all, really.
Yeah, like, I watch those videos where people go, hello YouTube, I'm some British person, and here's Fairly Odd Parents.
Yeah.
Going downhill, like, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, let's analyze the show and figure out where the fuck it went wrong. And it's usually a British person that does those kinds of videos.
And then like, because then they started adding like too many characters and stuff. It's just like, like they had added this like the stupid fairy dog.
Yes.
Where I'm just like Sparky or whatever.
Sparky or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just like, really, a fairy dog? Like, that's something I would come up with. That is my idea, and I am upset that you stole it.
They stole your OC idea.
Yeah, that is an OC idea that I would come up with, like, literally, because I love making dog characters. But, yeah, like, it's just, like, dumb things like that, and then the idea of, like, fucking, like, sharing his fairies with Chloe or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's, like, I'm angry at that because Chloe's design is so cute. I love how she looks, but
yeah, she's
I
okay.
don't like her character because she's like too perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, she's her character is weird. Her character design is okay. But even the fact of having to share them, why share them? How come you can't introduce like... Well, then again, that's introducing more characters. But I'll say, why don't you just have her own fairies? And how did they even break that? Was that ever... How did... What new fairy rule did they pull out of their ass to write into the show where that had to happen?
I don't even understand. And like the problem is like they would say something like, oh, like she's like, so you need to share the fairies because like she needs them too. It's like she doesn't even need them because she's like the most popular person. Everybody loves her.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand what the point of this was. It didn't make any sense.
That was a rule, wasn't it? That like for the kids who needed a fairy.
Yeah, and she didn't need any, so
yeah.
I don't get it.
Whoa! Where am I going? Oh God, I'm gonna die! Where the fuck is
Really after it went somewhere that I didn't want it to go.
Oh God.
But the old episodes are still a lot of fun. They have a lot of good jokes.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, that was the other thing I was observing too when I was watching that live stream thing. They were just written so poorly, and that it's the exact issues that SpongeBob's having right now. Well, not about right now, but back when, like how everyone says, those dark ages for SpongeBob, the way the writing and the seasons just played out, it was too weird. The pacing was not right. Like it was off. It felt off, and the jokes weren't as funny. They didn't hit as hard as they used to.
Yeah.
Like if you ask now, in hindsight, I haven't watched any of that stuff in a while. If you try to ask me to give an example, unfortunately, I couldn't give one. So at the time, at this current moment, as I'm complaining, it does kind of render my points a little moot. But if we ended up ever going in depth somehow in something, not that we're gonna make videos on this, but like if you asked us to go in depth and actually find episodes, okay, to make comparisons and whatnot.
Hold on, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, like if you asked us, chat, to like find, like take actual time to compare actual episodes. What the? Okay. That was awesome. Whoa. Please tell me you guys saw that. That was funny. Holy crap. Oh, that's never happened before. That thief just ran right into me. I wasn't even charging and I got him. That was weird. Okay, let me see. I want to get the skill point just because. That was really funny. Okay. Where is the thing? Yup. Yeah. It's just a cartoon, guys. Come on. No, seriously, we have a right to complain. When a show's been on for so long, and the creators leave or they appoint new people, because you never know when something that's about to happen for a show. Either the studio gets a whole refresh on its staff, so its writers and whatnot, and its animators, or if, you know, different things can happen like that make these different things happen like that. Like, it's different writers, it's different teams, but whether people get fired and new people get hired, or people retire, or, you know, it's always unexpected. You never really know the reasons for why teams get a refresh with new people, and if any of those people are understudies of the older staff. Like, I don't believe, I don't know if there were any, you know, hold on, if there were any I just used the term and I forgot it immediately. I was gonna say understaffed. That's totally not the right term. And the thing I just said. God, Jesus, my brain isn't working right now. People working under the older people. I just forgot the word. Sorry, I used it right now. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go back in the stream. I'm gonna go back in the stream to remember the word I just used.
I should have known better than to rely on a child. But don't worry about it. I'll deal with them now.
These eggs can't be worth all this trouble.
Without the dragons, the magic in this world will wither away. Without magic, I'll die. And so will your ever slim chance of becoming a sorceress. Now, watch how a real sorceress dispatches her enemies.
Release me from this cage, you merciless miscreants!
Understudies. God damn it. I'm stupid. I literally used the word and I forgot the word. Yeah. But you basically, you know what I mean though, when I say that.
Well, if I had my club, you'd all be in for,
So understudies, yeah. Anyone else who's newer, looking to be hired on the team, who have to work under whoever is already currently there. So you can get their style right, or see how they do things. So mainly for like animators and such, or writers, I guess.
Tactical instincts told me the source.
Also, fuck this boss fight. I always forget how to fight this guy. Flick. I can hear all the fireworks going. Okay, I tried to use the thingy. Give me some health, please. Health. Hurry, 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 please. Oh, I flamed it. Damn it. Oh, please. Check it. God damn it. Nope, I'm supposed to. Oh, God. It is so dumb. Why just flaming it? Get rid of it. Absorb it. There we go. I remember when the game soft locked. I think it was on stream, actually. It soft locked, and what is Sergeant Bird doing? It looks like he's farting. Boom! Yep, fireworks are happening, and it's not even nighttime yet. It's not even 8. It's like almost 8 or something. What time is it? I can't say. Oh, it's 8:03. Okay, it's 8. It's 8, and the time has changed to where we have way longer days and shorter nights. Because I also realized that when I'm at work, typically on like a normal, I don't know what the term is. I don't think it's specific, or I mean, I don't think it's daylight savings. I don't know what it is, but typically around 5:50, like 2, it takes 8 minutes for the light from the sun when it's rising to hit Earth, so it becomes daytime for us. Takes about 8 minutes, so by 5:52, around there, before 6 is when the sun starts to rise. And you can see that it's going from night to day, so sunrise comes. But recently, around like before 5:50 or so, whoa, the sun comes up. Like before then, which is really weird right now. And then when we get longer nights and shorter days, it gets lighter around. It gets lighter around. It's sometime after. I'm trying to remember. Sometime after 6. I forget when. And then it goes to. It starts getting darker around like 5:30 or so. So we get longer nights and darker days and shorter days. Longer days and shorter nights is from like it starts getting daylight like at 5:50 something, and then it doesn't get dark until like 8:30 or so. So like it's light right now, and in another like half hour it's gonna start getting dark. He's been here. Yeah, I know. So I was telling the chat. I was trying to tell the chat, and I kept getting confused over myself. Stumbling over my words. Ted the Dragon. That's a good video game idea. They should have called Spyro that. I got a great idea for a video game. Let's call the dragon Ted. Aaron's on BRB right now. Is it really? They get fined $1,000? Is that a thing that's always been around? Because is it this year only?
News.
Wow. What are you giggling at? Well, because there's those people a few streets down that always go out of state and they come back and they've got illegal fireworks.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen tonight, watch. I'm surprised they haven't already started popping them off yet.
No, there have been big moons around there.
I've heard them. I heard one earlier. 2 months. Yeah, in May they started doing it. Okay, what are you giggling at, Victor?
Clear notification. News for you. Kanye West announces he is running for president in the 2020 election.
What? Okay, wait. Is that recent?
I just got it at 7:37.
He's still serious about that? He said he was gonna.
Apparently.
Like 2 to 3 or 4 years ago, he said he was gonna do that.
Exactly.
Kanye West? Who cares? Probably, yeah. No. How about no? Because
he would destroy everyone with his music.
It's well, no, not even that. I don't like the fact that people think just anyone can become president. That's as far as I'm going to say on that. Again, my stream rules. We shouldn't be talking about this. It's just stupid. They broke the rules so many times.
Actually, I thought about that.
About when it was like first.
Yeah, I was like, no, this isn't going to be any different.
I mean, then again, we thought that our current president wanting to be president was a joke, and then it happened. So, I mean...
Makes Hole in 2 that much harder to watch.
Shut up. Okay, so we made it. We're in Evening Lake. We are gonna go to, Shut up. That didn't even... That wasn't a factor. That can't proceed... Yeah, it precedes an unfortunate event by like 20 years.
Exactly. That's the joke.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, we're gonna wait for Aaron to come back, and then we will do Fireworks Factory, because that's where I wanted us to kind of end off. It's been 2.5 hours.
An important pointer?
I don't know. So until Aaron comes back, we will do Frozen Altars. Entering Frozen Altar. A singular Frozen Altar. We wait. Watch. Let's talk to Zoe, who's not Zoe.
Welcome to Frozen Altars.
What's up, I'm Blue Zoe? Wow, I phased through you. You had no hitbox, no collision. Weird. How's everyone in the chat? That was a big cartoon discussion we just had. How do you feel about this redesign? I don't really care for it. How do you feel about it?
It's kind of goofy.
He's not reacting. Okay, he just didn't react to that at all. See, what's throwing me off is that they don't yelp or anything. That guy should stand there like an idiot. Okay, there he goes. It's like, really? Yeah, a lot of the sound cues and stuff are missing in this version. There's just booms everywhere.
It's like in field, one battlefield.
You said who made that noise? Which I'm glad you finally found.
Yeah. So it's like when they went to that one battlefield where like they heard the cannon.
Yeah.
The cannon. That's
Phantom cannons.
Yes.
Do it. Wait, he has to moon us. There it goes. He's doing it. Give me bird. Let's go burn down snowmans. No! Looks like a Muppet. Stop growing, man.
So it sounds like someone smacking the ground with her with a chopper.
Like that one vine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like it's supposed to be like a gun. And it's just a dude with a sandal going and dropping a little shell.
Yeah.
Look at these mountains, mountain towers. I hope that the new fireworks this year are okay. We only bought one of the 4 in our area. Before, well, for this particular stand that we went to.
Yeah.
For the brand that they have.
They didn't really have. I mean, it was enough, like, you know, to be like the standard. Like,
Our fireworks sessions get smaller because we don't. Number one, because they're getting more expensive, and number two, because we don't get like as much. Because we're just always constantly testing out which fireworks like were good, which ones just were crap, which ones were duds. You know.
Yeah, I should make that list of like the ones that we have.
All you have to do is just grab a piece of. Well, I'm saying like when we actually go out tonight and we do it, you just have a piece of paper or whatever.
Yeah.
Just so we can write down which ones were good, which ones were duds, and all that stuff.
It would be easy to get
Then he says.
an ice block. Yeah, that's what.
Then he says.
I don't know why, but I feel really cold.
Oh yeah, man. Oh my fucking shit. Really cold. Lower these back. Whoa. We're talking about fireworks and cartoons. Some leaker is saying Venom will get his own game. Ow. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't already. Pop, do it. Do it. Do it. Yeah. See, these guys don't go ring here. Aaron knows what they do. The little. God, he just fucking. It's brutal. They didn't even make a little. They don't make like a cartoony pop sound. They just go. They splatter. It's disgusting. Whoa! Ah, stuck on his bone. See, I like how they make it sound like the only real way you can defeat these guys is by the little lasers. But it's like, no, you can just
kill them.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back, but I have to go again.
Okay. I say like leaving like for real?
I have to eat dinner.
Okay. Oh crap. Well then, let's wait here. Let me just go and get out of this level. Will you be able to stay for Fireworks Factory? Or do they want you like right now?
Like, I mean, like I should probably eat right now because my fish is I'm crisping it up in the toaster oven, and once it's done, I have to eat.
Okay. give me fish.
Give me fish.
I love the way that bit came out.
I want fish.
It's really funny. Okay. Well then we're gonna go ahead and just get into Fireworks Factory, and then we're gonna end our stream. So, if you have any time afterwards, after we pop fireworks, and if you're not too tired, you want to like do something later?
Maybe, but we might be watching something, so I don't know.
Okay. Just let me know what you're doing. And then, if not, we'll just hang out tomorrow.
And I need to watch an episode of Danny Phantom because that's what I do every 4th of July.
Is it the same one or is it different ones?
It's, I mean, sometimes it's different ones, but then sometimes usually it's one of like 4. One of 4 that I usually watch.
Sweet. So besides your fish, what else do you guys have?
I have,
Oh, hello. It's good.
my dad had ribs, my mom had a, like, tri-tip sandwich, and then we have, potato salad.
Oh, nice. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna mix some mac and cheese later, and then we're still barbecuing right now.
And then I had a hot dog earlier because we went by Lunar Schnitzel.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we're grilling hot dogs right now too, so I'm gonna have some hot dogs.
Those hot dogs are good.
Maybe I just had one earlier, actually.
I was able to get my hot dog, and I got one of the Oreo Freezy with extra Oreo. So good.
Nice. Alright then. I will see you later then, Owens.
Oh, okay then.
You have a good dinner with your fans.
I shall. Okay, see everybody in the chat.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
Bye! Okay. I can turn this off.
Also,
I need to play for a bit.
early birthday to
Birthday to Venomous. Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
Hope you have a good day tomorrow.
Have a good Sunday.
Oh shit.
Things are really going on.
They're all popping up now.
They're all popping off now. That's what I'm saying. They're just popping them off early.
Oh, I didn't see
Let's
that.
use as many rockets as we can for this level. Like I was just like... like a cat on drapes. Okay. How many did you make? How many do we have? Like even the ones that are.
Oh shit. Oh my god, that was real close.
Oh. Oh yeah, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart looks fantastic. It does. I
Yeah,
do.
what
I
have you seen so far? It looks really good.
I plan to get it. Whenever they give that release date, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, right now we've got SpongeBob and Ninjala, which we haven't even played yet, to keep us company.
I haven't played it yet.
Until next month. Next month is going to be the demo for Tony Hawk, and then September. Somehow I got a day mixed up with a. Somehow I got a month mixed up with a day. Right. You missed. I saw that coming.
I was trying to angle it.
And then come September, it's going to be the actual game, the full game for Tony Hawk, and then after that, it's going to be Crash. The fact that we're already halfway through the year is more than halfway is crazy. And I pray to God that 2021 is even better. Or better. Did you get him?
Yes, I did.
Well, yeah. Okay. I like how that dude disappeared into a gem. He was standing there, and then there were fireworks, and then he was a gem. That was cool. He went, phew, 360 no flamed him.
No, I 360 flame.
Okay, then 360. Okay. Well, that was almost 360.
Kind
About as close as you could get. That was
it's
like a
like
seat.
this little space right here.
I dare you to do double dragons your first try.
Where are the double dragons?
Not right here, it's on the other side. Where the ninja boxes were? Yeah, it's you have to glide over there to that tower and then to that one.
Oh,
Good job.
cool. I didn't.
Oh, nice. You can't jump there though. That'd be cool if you could. He's like, whoa, he's up there. You don't belong up there.
Standing on the hit